guestless. I mean, and the cat's in here,
whatever.
hanging out, being catting about.
Cat stuff.
Kitty cat.
Podcat.
Podcat. Yeah. Meow meow. Ow. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So welcome to So Would You Learn mini episode, small, short, brief holiday.
It's our
themed.
holiday mini episode.
Yeah.
I wish I could make bell noises with my mouth, but that just comes out as. It doesn't work. Oh God.
You can cut that.
He's like deletes the entire episode. Yeah. So
yeah.
we
We got a pretty loose episode for you guys today to enjoy over the holidays.
yeah.
Ooh, and
do you have
Dallas
notes?
has notes. Holy shit! Wow, that's a first on So What'd You Learn? Well, for the hosts anyway.
Yeah. It's our holiday minisode, and I thought that I would write a holiday podcast themed poem.
Aw,
Oh.
lovely. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Well, I hope you hate it considering what you just done.
For those listening, we knocked
We sure
on
did.
Dallas's door. I knocked fairly loudly because I
Knocked on
heard,
the door of the Solid Gold Studio.
you know, bang, 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 bang. Nothing. We hear Dallas still playing music. And so I tried the door and it was unlocked like it never is. So I'm like, oh, he's expecting us. So I decided to scare the fucking shit out of Dallas.
which you sure did, which caused him to juggle
Throw
his
his
acoustic guitar.
Throw my $450 guitar 4 feet into the air. It's okay.
I'm sorry, it was pretty funny.
It was
now
a good
Dallas is mad at
durability
me.
test. I mean, it was worth it, apparently.
Well, luckily the holidays are coming up, so if we broken your guitar, you could have asked Santa for a new one.
Yeah.
Santa can suck my... Okay.
That's the holiday spirit.
So, I wrote a poem
Yes,
for you.
I can't wait to hear it.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The microphone cables were hung by the computer with care in hopes that the hosts would soon be there. Alex was nestled all snug in his bed, with a space heater alight up next to his head. A cooling bandana draped over his chest, much like a beached whale that forgot how to rest. When down in the kitchen arose such a clatter, oh my, it's Zach. Hey, what's the matter?
What?
I had a bad hookup, regret giving head, 1 whiskey soda, then off to bed. Dallas was sitting, editing alone, broken jaw, insure, CBD, homegrown. He spoke not a word, trying not to laugh, his face filled with pain as he chuckled and gasped. And laying his finger aside from the mouse, saving the work, he gave a great nod. The past year has been fucking odd.
It's true.
That's enough episodes for yesteryear. We're taking a week off. See you next year.
That was fucking awesome, man. Congrats.
I like the part where you compared me to a beached whale.
Is that why you brought up from the earlier episode of Alex explaining putting
Snap.
You don't remember that?
I remember it.
Okay. 'Cause you drape it over my
Fat shitty body.
He was telling me about that last night of like you were listening to that episode. So.
Which episode is that from?
Probably Whitney's. I don't know.
No,
No,
it was
it's
way earlier than that.
Yeah. It was
Oh, Walking Meth.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Snap.
Available now on your podcast service of choice.
Is that your impression of a whale?
Yeah.
No, that was a beautiful poem. I actually really love that.
I mean, for the first verse, I was just like, this is a little derivative.
That was derivative.
I feel like I've heard this before.
Entering your friend's house before knocking.
We did knock, to be fair.
Yeah, I unlocked the door because I went out on the patio for a second. And I was like, oh,
Why'd you unlock the door if you went out on the patio?
That way I didn't have to come back inside if you guys got here.
Oh, I see.
And then I came back inside.
And forgot that you'd unlock the door.
Ah, yes.
So you did leave the door unlocked specifically for
Us.
our arrival.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Anyway.
So we got a little mini-sode for you guys, and I think we're going to talk about some of our holiday experiences, maybe
Yeah.
share some stories.
Learning experiences surrounding the holidays.
Yeah, which can be a stressful time, as we all know. And it can be hard for some people to come together and join in the joyousness that is Christmas.
Consume.
Consume, spend,
Buy.
disappoint.
Always disappoint. Credit card debt.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have two stories.
Okay, cool.
This was probably when I was 15 or 16, and we had a foreign exchange student staying with us. His name's Burl,
Where from?
Taiwan.
Interesting.
So he was over for Christmas, and that was coincidentally the year that all four of us, my mother, my father, my sister, and myself, all came down with a stomach bug.
Ooh, never good.
Yeah, especially not this time because it was, we were all feverish, vomiting, diarrhea, just
So as you-
horrible.
as you-
We have one bathroom for four people.
So as you were
all being
decking the
sick.
halls, someone was also upper decking the toilet.
Yes, gross. but yes, that is literally correct. No, it's not. But yeah, and so Burl had all his vaccines, his shots, because he's traveled internationally and all
Yeah,
that.
you gotta get those
so
before.
He was fucking fine. He didn't. He was feeling perfectly
we don't get
okay.
Your white man diseases.
Isn't it possible to pick up a disease, not show any symptoms because you have been vaccinated or had your shots or
You
what
can still
have
be a
you,
carrier, yes.
but you can carry it into the home.
I don't want to blame David for ruining Christmas. I don't want to. Yeah, let's call him David. His name's David.
Yeah.
You have
I don't have the energy for the joke today.
No, it's
But so he's running back and forth, trying to frantically help everyone who is like puking their guts out.
yeah. So he's your butler and your cook. and
Right,
your-
but he's 15 and he's like, I don't know what to do. This has never happened to me before.
Yeah.
I
I don't know how to take care of 4 ailing people.
Yeah. And so not only was this the same incident where I was lying in bed and was like, yep, I'm going to puke.
Oof.
Ran to the bathroom. My sister was already in the bathroom shitting her brains out.
Like you do.
And so I was just like standing there in the hallway, and who comes running up to me but the family cat, being like, love me. And I responded by going all over the cat.
Oh, jeez.
not podcast.
Not podcast.
Not podcast, but a different kind of cat.
But yeah, the cat was not happy,
I can
to say the
imagine.
least. And so we called a friend of ours and we're like, hey, can you take care of David for the next several days because we are incapable. We feel bad that he's having a shitty Christmas,
Yeah.
and he feels bad that he can't do anything
more, yeah.
for us.
Yeah,
So
he
she's
doesn't
like,
know how
sure.
to make chicken soup, and I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure he does, but
I don't know how
he's
to
like,
when I'm 29. Let alone 15.
well, first you take a chicken, add some water.
throw in some
We call
carrots.
in traditional Chinese, they call it drowned chicken. Anyway, so
Boiled
what did
flesh.
boiled flesh? What did I learn that Christmas? Get your flu shot, kids.
Smart man.
Especially if you're having people stay over, just get your
I've never
get your
had a flu
jabs in. They're not bad.
No, I've never been able to afford one, frankly.
Aren't they like $15?
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
But no, actually, I used to think they were kind of a bullshit thing, and then somebody explained it to me in a way that you're basically taking the same anti-vaxxer argument for not getting one, and it's not for you, it's for old
Everyone
people
else.
and children.
Yeah.
But
So you
Zach,
don't-
what did we do before vaccines?
Died. We
You
fucking
You
died.
fucking died. At like 45. When you shit your colon out.
Oh God. colon blow.
Gotta have it.
Yeah,
So
favorite
how'd
hot
the
sauce.
cat end up?
She cleaned herself up. She was fine.
Really?
Oh, God.
You didn't even give the cat a bath?
We were fucking
Yeah, okay.
delirious.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. that is a...
growing, I can attest to that because growing up, I had this horrible stomach ailment. Like 2 or 3 times a year, I'd be hospitalized for dehydration because I threw up all day. It eventually just kind of went away, but it happened for like 6-7 years in a row.
Yeesh.
God, that was just like fucking horrible. But I could see myself throwing up on a cat and not giving a shit.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, no, the least of your worries at that moment.
I think I could muster a sorry, kitty.
My bad. Try and
Then
scratch
that's-
it behind the ear.
She fucking hightailed it out of there.
Yeah, I can imagine. Those
hid
chunks
for a
flying.
couple days, came back. She's like, we're cool now.
Still can't get that smell out of my fur. Thanks, asshole.
Yeah.
Aw.
Jacob sent me a video of a Binksy boy, hairless Sphinx cat.
Looks
dressed
like
up
a
in his little
scrotum.
holiday sweater.
Yes.
And meowing at a pile of blankets. And then the next video was him lifting the blankets up. And then the next video was his face coming out of the blankets like fucking Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn cute. And he has his little sweater and it has little haunches on the back so he can't get out of it.
Well, he sure can because
can.
when I watched his cats while he was out of town, sorry, Jacob, he managed to squirm out of his jammies and they were like a diaper around his ass, which like that's not good for a cat. He's
No.
gonna shit all over himself. So
Yeah.
I had to had to take his jammies off. This is a cat that does not know me.
Oh my god.
And he's a squirmy little boy. And then I'm trying to put these basically child's pajamas onto a cat
Oh my god.
that does not want to be in them. Yeah.
And your skin was still attached next time I saw you.
Yes, amazingly so. Thank God to my hockey jersey that protected me from any scratches and or bites.
Good.
So I thought that Sphinx hairless cats were actually like this is kind of funny, from Egypt, you know.
Like you do.
And I was talking to Jacob about this, and I was like, well, you know, like in all the paintings, you know, like all the cats are hairless.
Yeah, there's some-
and he's like, no, they just painting furs really hard.
Especially when you're chiseling it into stone.
Also, Binks is Canadian because apparently that's where his breed came from.
Oh, I didn't know
Really?
that.
They were bred in
They had
Canada?
Some type of cat had a hairless baby. They breeded it with the mom,
Yeah.
and then had more hairless cats. And,
And then
like
they-
some were hairless, some weren't, and apparently over time they just
Yeah,
became
he-
more inbred, and totally set up for failure.
Yeah.
Perfect. Like pugs.
Exactly.
Get out of my brain.
Well, I wanted to come on the pod a little bit and explain that my So What'd You Learn is basically that I used to utterly loathe and hate the Christmas season from the age of about, I don't know, like 14 to about 26 or so. So, a good long while, I hated Christmas, I hated everything about it, and I hated going to see my family. Sorry if you listen to this, guys, but, you know, I was a teenager. Get over it. I hate everyone.
Cool.
But I guess I just wanted to come on and get, not a PSA, but I guess try and kind of explain that the holidays are hard for everybody this time. That's a stupid statement. The holidays are hard for everybody. And I guess to kind of give your relatives and the people, yeah, it sucks to be forced to go to, you know, shitty Wisconsin or wherever you're originally from and be forced to share a table with people you don't particularly enjoy or get along with or agree with, and they might say shitty things. And I guess I just kind of want to say to try and be good to everybody. You might, I mean, shocker, this podcast is extremely left-leaning, so you might have some shitty relatives.
Fuck Trump.
Exactly, yeah. But you don't want to be that person that... You don't want to be the person that ruins the
Thanksgiving.
holiday and
Thanksgiving. Christmas.
Well, yeah.
whatever. Hanukkah.
Whatever you celebrate.
Kwanzaa.
You don't want to be the asshole. You don't want to come in like a fucking hurricane and just of lefty ideas and Bernie stickers and fucking just...
I mean, you can.
You sure can, but also don't be surprised when you look like the asshole. I guess what I'm trying to say is try and be good to each other through this holiday. And I've learned just kind of through my life and experiences that it can be hard sometimes to accept the decisions and the thoughts and feelings of your other family members, but at the same time, you're family, so just, I don't know, try to get along, try to be good to each other, and try to be the type of person you...
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Exactly, thank you. And I don't really have a long story. There wasn't a big coming to realization moment for me when I just started liking the holidays and that get-together, but... It's kind of it will get better type of thing. I think
Right.
when we're younger, we especially, me being from out of state, so I have to travel and it's a pain in the ass. And I see people I only see once or twice a year that I don't necessarily agree with. But at the same time, you can always find common ground in something. And, just maybe try and avoid those subjects that might be uncomfortable or might make everyone have a bad time, I guess.
Right. Though at the same time, with that said, with that couched in like, don't be an asshole, I will lean to the another argument that could be made is that if you are say you're going back to your family, they live in another state, and they are like, oh, you have, I don't know, a facial piercing, or you have a tattoo,
hair,
or dyed hair. We're like,
yeah.
we would prefer that if you are here that you don't show those things because we don't like them.
Yes, and that's...
And at a certain point, and this is a hypothetical sort of thing, but at a certain point, once, like... If you go to your families and you have 100% plan to not bring up any weird political shit and all of that, sometimes there are those relatives that try to make it their life's mission to make those conflicts happen.
And I guess I'm not saying don't defend yourself in that type of situation. I just try and be
Civil?
as civil as you can. Yeah, that's. And sorry to cut you off, but I know a lot of people deal with that. I mean, I paint my fingernails and dress strangely to my Midwestern and conservative family, but at the same time, there's a certain level of not giving a shit, and I think that's
Right.
That's just all a personal thing. But to your greater point of that, sometimes you're confronted with these people that, like you said, want make it their life mission to give you shit and make you have a bad time. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. Is there some ideas that we can give the people of how to deal with that? Or I guess we're not really qualified to do that, but I don't know if there's
We
some...
are not advice columnist people. We are not qualified for any advice.
I guess more what I'm asking, is there any instances from your guys' life where you've had to deal with this type of situation, and how you dealt with it, or how you negatively dealt with it? Because
Unfortunately, my family is gigantic, and I've never heard a single one of them talk about religion or politics.
lucky you.
My family's also very large, but for the most part, they all tend to agree on politics.
maybe
Strong
that's the-
union family, that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
they're like, how it is.
Well, I have a small example of that. I have an uncle who works in the government. He works under the Trump administration. He works in the rates tax law, basically.
Gross.
Yeah, but so he and I vehemently disagree, and I've criticized Trump, and he's told me to back off. That's my boss. I also
You're
don't
like,
care.
So
Your boss
like-
sucks.
I mean, yeah, how close is he? Like, he's probably never even talked to him, right?
He's met him a couple times, but
Sure.
beyond
Trump
that,
has no idea who this
no,
guy
he
is.
doesn't know. He doesn't know who my
It's
uncle
not his
is.
yeah.
But I guess my point is,
Like, the CEO is not my boss.
Right.
because I've never even shook his hand.
Yeah, of
He
course.
has no idea who I am.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, you're a cog in the machine. But I guess I don't know. It's I don't think this is coming out quite how I'm wanting it to sound, but just basically just
Okay, Dallas, delete the episode. We'll start over from the beginning.
yeah, I've been rambling for a good 10 minutes here. But no, it just when you're confronted with that, just try and get yourself out of the situation if you can. I don't know, say you're going to take the dog for a walk, smoke a J, and come back.
Or
and
don't smoke a J if you live in Kansas,
also that.
you know. But yeah, you'd be like, well, that is fascinating. I'm going to go mix. I'm going to mingle.
Yeah, I get.
If you'll excuse me.
I know it can be a hard time, and it's something I struggled with a long time. So that's kind of what I wanted to bring to the sode today.
Yeah, no, I think it's important to stay positive. I mean, I'm a pretty positive person most of the time. Recently, it's been tough, but holidays typically for most people are associated with debt, traveling, trying to make other people happy, being disappointed, and stressed out.
And giving people
Yeah.
disappointment.
Yeah. So don't let the man bring you down, and fuck him. That's what I say. But also, I really enjoy giving gifts because I'm good at it. But I understand I didn't ever really used to be good at it until a few years ago. I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know
you
where it
actually
came from.
listen to people and like get
Yeah.
them things they want.
So
What?
That's my favorite part about holidays. But yeah, the rest of it can kind of go fuck itself.
Yeah, I have a story about that. So many years ago, we were having family Christmas, and we don't do family Christmas anymore. We're not a religious family; we are a secular family, and over the last several years, we basically stopped giving gifts. We'll have a meal, we'll cook a meal, or we'll go to a restaurant that has a meal, and then we'll go to a movie. That's our Christmas.
I like that. Yeah.
It's very pleasant.
It's
Yeah,
great.
It's no pressure. It's everybody has a good time. And
But over the years, it's kind of like weaned off. We used to do, my parents used to go all out, and my dad would do that thing where he would keep the magic alive, the magic of Santa Claus, where he would open up the fireplace and because we had a wood burning fireplace, and he would put boots in it and then walk them around the living room.
do the little ash prints. My parents did that for me one time. They put a little boot print on the fireplace. It was cute.
Yeah, we were just like, wow, Santa came and he ruined our carpet. What an asshole. Doesn't
good.
fucking know how to clean up after himself. What a dick.
He ate the cookies and
Ate
milk
the
and fucked
cookies
off.
and everything. But many years ago, when we were in the swing of presents and all that sort of stuff, us being children, we would kind of get our parents a little tchotchke or something. We'd save up
something.
get them something. And this one year, we're opening up presents, and it was the year that we got a DVD player.
Oh, shit.
It was that was a big deal that we got a DVD player.
It cost $800.
And we had my mother open it, and she opens it, and she just starts crying. And we're like, what's wrong? And she says, well, the only present that I opened this morning is something that I wrapped myself.
Oof.
Because without realizing it,
Oh boy.
we had all forgotten our mother on Christmas.
Oh boy.
And there's only 4 total?
There's
people?
4 total. So
Direct family?
Direct
and
family.
her husband.
Yeah, my dad forgot, my sister forgot, I forgot. It was really bad.
No, that's rough.
I still feel a deep shame whenever I remember
Carbon
this.
monoxide isn't the only thing taking the air out of the room. Hi, Alex's mom.
Yeah, it was, and it brought up a whole bunch of stuff from her childhood, her growing up life wasn't great,
Epic disappointment,
especially around
yeah.
Christmas. She has a lot of baggage or has dealt with a lot of baggage wrapped up in that. Pun not intended.
Bow on it.
So it was just a shameful event.
Wow, you guys get out of that.
I don't remember. I blocked most of it out.
Oh God.
No, there's one year we forgot my mom's birthday, and that was about 10 years ago, and we still, like, me and my brother will confluence, and, like, we cannot fucking forget.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what did I learn in that experience?
So what'd you learn in that experience, Alex?
Don't forget your mom on Christmas.
Very
you
important.
Piece of shit. But also, it's kind of nice not doing the present thing in general.
Yeah.
If everyone is on the same page and it's just like, let's spend quality time together. Let's go out and do something together. Let's have a meal. Let's, that sort of thing. That's more valuable and more important than buying someone something.
Yeah, it's not the stuff you buy, it's the time you spend with each other, and that's actually kind of what's made Christmas more enjoyable, or the holiday season more enjoyable for me, is as we've gotten older, and my brother and my family have all gotten older, we pretty much get each other, we each get each other one thing, and it's just like, that's it, and like, it's no big deal, and even the adults don't get, my aunts and uncles don't get gifts from my parents or things like that,
Right.
and it's taken a lot of the pressure off, and it's helped a lot, and I think we as a society put a lot of pressure on ourselves to make everything perfect like it should be in a movie.
Because we live in a society. Sorry.
I like how my family does it, because direct family, we all get each other gifts, like one or two, whatever it might be. And then indirect family, we have a Christmas Eve party every year, and that's just like white elephant for everybody.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Yeah.
you bring something, you
That's a
play,
good way to do it too.
and then that way, all those aunts and uncles who you forgot their names, you still got them something or participated.
Yeah. Because I don't come from a big family. I come from a very small family. It's
Do you guys remember the moment you realized Santa Claus wasn't real?
I pretty much, the last time I remember thinking Santa was real was the boot print Christmas. And then I used to figure out that my parents kept my Christmas gifts in their closet when I had to be about like 8, maybe 7, 8, around there. And I could sneak in there. And then I remember, oh God, I had to be about 9. And I was waking up at like 2 or 3 in the morning because I was so excited I couldn't sleep, and sneaking out with my shitty like play school flashlight or whatever I had into the living room.
Yeah.
And just like, look at all this cool shit. My parents really did good work. And then like going back to bed. But
Yeah.
I don't remember the moment when I realized that Santa Claus was a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was walking downstairs. I may have been 8 or 10. Oh my God, my cat's in attack mode.
Podcat.
I may have
Get
been
him.
8 or 10. And I was walking downstairs and I heard somebody in the living room. So I'm like, oh my fucking God, it's Santa.
Breaking in.
So I grab the
bat.
corner. And it's my dad in his underwear putting presents under the tree.
While he's eating cookies and milk.
Next to the fire. Yeah, I mean, he probably had a Bud Light. Or Bud Ice, sorry. And he was just like putting presents down. And I was like looking at him. And he turned around and he just like had this look of like,
The jig is up.
Fuck. All right.
all right. And then he just kind of walked away. He didn't say anything. But he's,
It's an illusion.
yeah, he doesn't say much, but he's a good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I remember, actually, now that I think about it, I told everybody at school what I had figured out. So there was a little smart ass. And I was telling
Ruining
all
it
these
for
kids
everybody.
that Santa wasn't real. And like half of them were like, yeah, dude, we know. And the other half were like, what do you mean?
What the fuck?
And then I got in trouble for spreading lies.
Really?
Yes. That was
Wow.
the same teacher that told me
God.
my brain was wired differently and not to make
What a
fun of me.
shitty person.
Yeah, he sounds
Jesus.
horrible.
I think about my 5th grade teacher like once a month at least. I don't even remember her name.
She
And then
really
you're
did
just
number
like-
on you. Fucking bitch, I'll show you. I'm gonna get the number 5 at Arby's, and I'm gonna get it double sized.
So yeah, I mean,
I had
Yeah.
I don't remember who this was. I think it was a family friend of ours, and like when she was a child growing up, her brothers decided to sneak and look at what they had, because they knew that Santa Claus wasn't real at that point.
Yeah.
And so they had like snuck in to where the parents were keeping the presents and like checked them out and knew what they were. You're like, oh, cool, you know. Come home from school one day, like a couple days before Christmas, and all of the presents are just like sitting unwrapped on the kitchen table, and their mom's just sitting there smoking a cigarette. And they're like, what's this? And she's like, well, since you already know what you're getting, I figured I wouldn't bother wrapping anything. Merry Christmas.
Wow.
And they just didn't have any presents under the tree that year because
She had a can of kerosene.
yeah. And they were just like,
Yeah, no, that's intense. Jeez.
and what did they learn? Not to snoop.
Yeah.
Favorite Christmas songs?
It's the one that goes like this. Because I fucking hate Christmas music. I work retail. I'm allowed.
You work retail. You're allowed to hate Christmas music.
Over the last few years, I also despise Christmas music, but I want to like it. It turns out I can't, but I do enjoy the Beach Boys Christmas album, the
Yeah,
Elton
that's
John
fun.
Christmas album. The Bob Dylan Christmas album is worse than regular Christmas music itself.
Merry Christmas.
I love music. We wish you Merry Christmas today.
Yeah, that
It's-
sounds fucking awful.
It's really bad. It's
I love Bob
aggressively
Dylan, but
bad.
No, sorry, Bob. Can't do that one. And then the Growlers, my all-time favorite song, is, I think it's just It'll Be Lonely This Christmas.
Oh, fun.
And
Yeah.
the live video, I'll show you guys after we're done. It's so great. I love the fucking Growlers so much, hence the beach goth tapestry. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
see. Right here in the Solid Gold studio.
yeah, that's one of the songs that I wouldn't mind hearing on repeat. Because like all Christmas songs, you have to hear them fucking 40 times in 1 month.
Well, yeah, when you work retail, it's just like drilled into your brain.
Yeah. I mean, there are probably a couple songs that I can tolerate.
I do like Feliz Navidad, and I do like Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You," just because I like Mariah Carey. But
yeah, so I think the message here is trying to have fun and don't be
a
don't
Grinch.
don't poke the political bear.
yeah, just try to have a good time, eat some good food, have some good drink, and just don't be an asshole.
Like, eat dinner and have a whiskey. How upset can it be?
Exactly, fucking have a good piece of pie and just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and try and like find a fun tradition too, like at work.
Oh, yeah, that's
to
a
get
good
through the
idea, too.
holidays. Every year we watch Die Hard the night before the Christmas party, which is tonight. Well, we call it a holiday party, but you know,
Ha ha ha!
yes.
Merry happy.
Marry everything.
it's corporately politically correct to just say Happy Holidays all the time,
Yeah,
especially over email.
Oh yeah.
Make that mistake.
you'll get flagged, motherfucker.
Well, yeah.
I usually when I'm at work, because we decorate the store for the holidays, I like to include a Festivus pole whenever I can.
Do you
It's-
also do feats of strength in the store? Like you wrestling
no,
a pit bull?
though it was a couple years ago. We had this electrical conduit pole in the store when we wrapped it in aluminum foil, and it was our Festivus pole.
Oh, that's fun.
For those unfamiliar, Festivus is a sort of holiday that was made popular by Seinfeld.
Yeah, one of the writers, his dad actually invented the holiday.
Yeah, and it involves feats of strength
And the airing of grievances.
and the airing of grievances. So it's basically you bitch about what everyone
Got a
else
lot
did
of
wrong,
problems with you people.
and then you wrestle, and you have an unadorned aluminum pole.
he finds
And
tinsel
it-
distracting.
And it's also accompanied by what is referred to as Festivus miracles,
Yes.
which are just any happening that's in any way convenient.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah, and so
shout out to that Seinfeld episode.
It's so good.
Seinfeld doesn't hold up a lot of it, but that episode is still great. It's just called The Festivus, and it's
for the rest of us.
Festivus for the rest of us.
But yeah, so I made this Festivus poll, and the district manager was like, "Oh, I kind of get it. What's all involved?" I'm like, "Well, we can't do the feats of strength because we're not gonna do the airing of grievances because we all have to get along. You know, it's retail. But we can have Festivus miracles. Or like every time I would be like, oh, I need to fold some flyers, and you know what? I pulled out the exact number of sheets that I needed. It's a Festivus miracle.
Miracle.
And he's like, "It sure is, buddy."
That's great. That's the fun thing too, is you can kind of make anything you want a tradition. You can make it your own. You don't have to just go by what are the quote unquote traditional means of celebrating the holiday. Fucking make it whatever you want. If you want to have a shot drinking contest at your Christmas.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Who can down the most
dope
Rumplemans?
sweater. Ooh, that sounds good. I'll get on that in a little bit. Yeah,
Just like mouthwash.
get an awesome sweater. I have a Wayne's World Christmas sweater, so
Hell
I
yeah.
look forward
Fuck
to
yeah.
wearing that once a year. What else? Yeah,
I have a Krampus shirt. It's a picture of the Krampus stealing children.
That's fun.
Die Hard isn't a traditional Christmas movie, but
It works.
fucking make it one.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it totally is.
Yeah.
So yeah, and just I guess don't put so much pressure as our little PSA is ending. Sorry about being so preachy.
Boxy? Yeah. It's fine. They'll understand.
No, I had a lot of problems with Christmas, and I've had a total change of heart on it. So I was like, don't do what I did. I was a miserable bastard for like 10 years.
Who did
Yeah,
that
it's not
song?
even worth
Fuck
doing.
Christmas. It's a punk song.
Is that CKY's?
I think so.
Yes, yeah. The CKY Christmas. I used to post that on my Facebook wall
Well,
every year.
now that we're getting to that, please follow.
I think that'll do it for this mini-sode.
Yeah.
So-
you can check us out on So What'd You Learn pod on the Instagrams and the Twitters. And you can
There's
also
a bald eagle flying.
the dawn of Christmas.
And there go all our
Okay.
listeners.
And so yeah, you can send us an email. Make mistakes at Christmas for our benefit.
Yes.
Summarize them
And
in
then
an
send it to
email
us.
to wdylearn@gmail.com. You can also send us non-holiday related things because
Yeah,
this
anything
is only
you
a
want.
little tiny snippet out of the year. Yeah, I think that about
Rate and review us on iTunes.
Yes.
Tell your friends. Tell your enemies.
Oh, we do have a new review.
While Dallas is looking that up, I was telling
Sorry, I
someone.
never remembered to tell you this before the episode.
I was talking to a coworker a couple years ago, and was talking about how we as a family go. No, I wasn't saying this. She was saying, did you know that Christmas Day is like the biggest movie day of the year? And I was like, yeah, I did know that. She's like, what the fuck? Like, spend time with your family. Why are you going to a movie theater? Like, gross.
I'm not going by myself.
And I said, our family goes together every year.
It's a big tradition.
And she's like, oh, I mean, if you're going to get, I'm sorry.
I'm going to shut up now.
And I was like,
Yeah, you will.
this is delicious.
we got a $5.
A fiver.
Got a $5 here.
Who's that from, Dallas?
Oh, it's gonna be from Kirby12386.
Lovely.
More stories from Whitney, please, and thank you.
Fuck yeah,
Aw.
Whitney's great.
It's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, we definitely gotta have
there's
her
two
on
of
again.
them. She's
Yeah.
wonderful. Thank you, Kirby.
Thank you, Kirby. Much appreciated. And you also can leave a review, as Alex was saying, on Apple Podcasts, and we will read it on air. 5 stars, please, is much appreciated.
Yep, none of the other ones will actually work. Like, you can hit them, but it won't register.
Yeah, no.
So you might as well just save yourself the effort and
It's
just click the
frankly
5
it's the
one.
only one that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as of Friday, this December 6th, 2019, we are rated the 229th Apple Podcast Comedy Interview Charts in the United States of America.
Woo! Yeah, big old 289.
Hell yeah.
But we're on the charts, boys. We're on the charts.
Yes.
So if you want to help us keep growing this thing, yeah, please tell a friend if you like the show, and rate, review, subscribe. You know the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want stickers, if you want buttons, For now, just let us know.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay
Please.
tuned. We have things coming down the pipe for you. We have other potential podcasts coming into the network as well.
2020 is
So
going
just
to be a
stay
big year.
2020 is going to be huge. Let's do this. So What'd You Learn Network. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Goodbye, everybody. We love you.
Bye. We're actually going to end this episode with a Christmas song from the best active band in Seattle, Washington. That band is Bread and Butter. This song is All I Want for Christmas is for You to Stop Being Such a Psycho. Enjoy. Cue the guitars.
You got that greenest little tree, the blackest little dress, your fifth glass of champagne, and you're a pretty little wreck. You got that snowman out back, and your cookies out of sight, but you keep dragging up the past. It's gonna be a long night. All I want for Christmas is you to stop being such a psycho. You're such a peachy bitty December. I hope you keep yourself together now. Months of the year, you're at the top of the stack, sending good vibes out to the world, and people send them right back. I don't know what goes on, and it's hard to watch you switch, cause at that party last year you called my dad a little bitch. All I want for Christmas is you to stop being such a psycho. You're such a bitch until December. I hope you keep yourself together now. Ask anyone in your friends. They say you're ruling, no doubt. Just sailing through the world like you kinda figured it out. But when old Jack Frost is on the scene, girl, you seem to lose your manners. Come November 31st, you go totally bananas. All I want for Christmas is you to stop being such a psycho. You're such a peach in December. I hope you keep yourself together now. Together now. Oh, I told you, all I want for Christmas is you to stop being such a psycho. You're such a bitch in December. I hope you keep yourself together now.
The So What Did You Learn podcast is brought to you by the So What Did You Learn Network. Theme written and recorded by Jacob Rose. Our logo was designed by Stevie Van Bronckhorst. Further work of hers can be found at stevievanb.com.